Hi, I'm Graham and welcome back to Man vs Film. This is going to be a top 10 of movies that you can watch right now on Amazon Prime UK for the month of November 2017. So let's get started. Number 10 is Eye in the Sky. A military officer in command of an operation to capture terrorists in Kenya sees her mission escalate when a young girl enters the kill zone, triggering an international dispute over the implications of modern warfare. With an absolutely terrific cast, this movie tackles all kinds of things that don't sound as if it's interesting. It's arguments at boardroom levels, but has real world consequences. Should they bomb this area, they will take out terrorists, they will probably stop future deaths, but in doing so they're going to kill a young innocent victim. And it's all about this choice. People have choices to make, they have orders to live up to obey, but there is moral implications on every action that they are taking, and the movie tackles this head on, as well as being an extremely thrilling and exciting movie. Eye in the Sky was a real surprise for me, and that is why I am recommending it this month. Number 9 is The Shining. A family heads to an isolated hotel for the winter, where an evil presence influences the father into violence, while his psychic son sees horrific, foreboding images from the past and of the future. I recently just watched The Shining again. It's been a long while since I checked it out, and I was absolutely struck dumb by just how good it was. The performance by Nicholson is excellent, as is everybody else in the cast, but it's the foreboding creepiness of the movie that really takes everything. As the little boy Danny is riding his trike around the rooms from behind, as he rounds each corner, you are dreading what is going to be there. Often there isn't much, but yet they're still biting your nails at this tension that builds up throughout the movie. It is a master at the height of his craft. It is a terrific horror movie that scares you and unsettles you from its startling opening. I think it's a masterpiece. I think it's an essential watch, and if you haven't seen it in a while like I haven't, time to check it out once more. Number 8, Gold. A prospector desperate for a lucky break teams up with a similarly eager geologist and sets off on a journey to find gold in the uncharted jungle of Indonesia. Matthew McConaughey stars in this rags to riches to rags tale of a man desperate to get that break, just working ever so hard just to try and make it, and when he does, not everything goes as planned in this twisting, turning tale that almost sounds as if it should be real life, but probably isn't. It's got some amazing photography, especially when it's in the jungles of Indonesia, and I think it's an interesting tale. Not the most captivating, but still worth a watch. Number 7, Friday the 13th. A group of young adults venture up to Crystal Lake, where a series of murders took place many years prior. They find themselves hunted by a vicious predator who wants only to destroy. The Friday the 13th remake was maligned on release as being subpar, but actually is a pretty good movie. It encompasses the story of the first 3 Friday the 13th movies, adds a modern spin on it, giving us characters that we don't particularly like, so we're quite happy when they get killed off. We get Jason in this one, who is vicious, he is fast, he is a predator hunter, and we have some heroes to root for, and some unexpected twists. Some people who we think will die survive, and some who we think will survive die. It is a very good remake, and one that is underrated. Number 6 is Dune. A duke's son leads desert warriors against a galactic emperor and his father's evil nemesis. When they assassinate his father, Paul Atreides is desperate to free their desert world from the emperor's rule. Directed by David Lynch and about to be remade, hopefully, by Denis Villeneuve, a fantastic director in his own right. This movie is a gigantic sci-fi adventure movie honed down into a sort of artistic element. It has got some amazing visuals and performances, although they are very outdated now, but they're still kind of funny to look at and kind of interesting and unique looking. There is some great images in this and a story that I really rather enjoy. In fact, I'm really looking forward to the remake of this as well. Number 5, Good Will Hunting. Will Hunting is a boy genius who was abused as a child and has been in trouble with the law ever since. To keep himself out of jail, he agrees to meet a therapist who will change his life. Ben Affleck and Matt Damon won the Oscar for the best screenplay for this movie. It also stars, as well as those guys, Robin Williams as the therapist, and it is a masterful movie. It's one of these movies that you've probably seen and forgotten a lot about, and you have aspects of it in your head like I did, but rewatching it, I discovered a really emotional, really affecting movie that you can't help but feel satisfied by the end of it. You follow these characters who are fully developed, fully realised, and who are very flawed, and see them evolve through the movie. And it's very worthwhile, it's very energetic, it has got some amazing performances and terrific direction, and I think it's one of the best movies that you probably haven't thought of in a long while. Number 4 is Vacation. Hoping to bring his family closer together and recreate his childhood vacation, an adult Rusty Grinwald takes his family on a cross-country trip to Wally World. I'm a big fan of the Vacation series starring Chevy Chase, so I was a little bit taken back when they announced they were kind of remaking it, and to my surprise this turned out to be rather funny and a very good homage to the original. It has got some amazing characters, it has got some hilarious set pieces, it has all these secondary characters that pop up that steal every scene that they appear in. Chris Hemsworth is hilarious in this movie, an absolute scene stealer wherever he appears. There are so many things going on in this that I've watched it a couple of times, and every time I find it genuinely funny, genuinely enjoyable, and a real surprise that I liked this movie as much as I did. I want other people to watch it, even people who were fans of the original series who are a little bit wary about checking this out. It's worth your time. It is as good as those, and I think it's definitely one of the best comedies and one of the most decent remakes that I've seen in recent years. Number 3, A Monster Calls. A troubled youngster, Connor, has nightmares caused by his mother's terminal illness. He retreats into a fantasy world where a monster comes to tell him stories that help him through this troubled time. A Monster Calls is one of these movies that is going to get under your skin. There's no if, buts or maybes about it. It is going to affect you. If by the end you haven't teared up, you probably have a heart of stone. This is a really affecting movie about a young boy just trying to come to terms with his mother's imminent demise due to this terminal illness that she has. Whether or not the monster is real in the movie is up for you to decide, but I think it's really affecting, and it's one of these movies that you can empathise with and attune to the character, and you emote with him and you feel for everything about this young boy and his mother and the relationship that they have. I think it is a masterpiece of filmmaking, and I think it's one of the best things that's come out in the past few years. Definitely, if you haven't seen it, you've got to check this one out. Number 2 is The Man from U.N.C.L.E. In the early 60s, CIA agent Napoleon Solo and KGB operative Ilya Kuryakin participate in a joint mission against a mysterious criminal organisation which is working to proliferate nuclear weapons. Guy Ritchie directs this movie that is a remake of the old 60s TV series, and it has no right to be as good as it is. One of my favourite things about this movie is the sort of real world implications. It's not going to destroy the world, it's not going to destroy a country, but it has to be stopped. This man, it's not a world saving trip. These are guys who are on a spy mission to stop a mastermind and save the day, and it doesn't make it anything grander than it is. It's pretty funny, it is full of 3 terrific leads, it is bright, colourful, energetic, it moves along really quick, and it is entertaining. It is well worth your time. It's one that kind of flew by in the cinema, people just didn't check it out, and I don't know why. It is terrific. Check this one out. Number 1 is Draft Day. At the NFL draft, general manager Sonny Weaver has the opportunity to rebuild his team when he trades for the number 1 pick. He must decide what he is willing to sacrifice on a life-changing day. This is the second time I've watched this movie, and it just blows me away every time. It is super captivating. I don't know if it's just the fact that I like these type of movies. It is set over one day as this guy tries to deal with sort of work problems and personal problems, and of course these are intermixed throughout the day. It feels as if it's high pressure, it is very tense, very exciting, and it's all done through phone calls and meetings as these people just try to barter, deal, sort things out that's going to aid the future of these football teams for the next couple of years. It is super interesting, it is super fun, it is captivating. There is a great performance by Kevin Costner, and every time I watch this, it gets 100% laser focus. I can't look away. I think Draft Day is a terrific movie. And I don't know anybody else that's seen it, which is why I've made it my number one for this month. I think it is a mandatory watch. Even if you know nothing about football, like me, it's still worth your while checking it out. It's a terrific film. So thanks for watching my video of the top 10 movies on Amazon Prime this month. If I've missed anything out, let me know in the comment box below and I will make sure to check them out, and they may make it onto my list next month. If you haven't already done so, like this video and subscribe as well, and I'll see you next time on Man vs Film.